Okay guys, let me show you how I decided to do these holes. What I did was I measured up from the bottom of the spar up 1/4 of an inch and I placed a dot. Obviously I've already done a couple of holes. You can't really drill this from this point. I mean, I guess you could. I think it would just blow out. You'd have to back it up with something. And certainly if we blow these ribs out at this point, man, that's a lot of work kind of going down the drain, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm doing is cutting them out individually with the X-Acto knife. It's not that big a deal. And what I'm trying to do is only cut out enough for 2 of the wires to go through, because I'm folding the 3rd one back to pull it through. So I'm making the smallest hole I can. After I've made this mark, what I'm going to do from there, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Pull it back anyhow. What I'm going to do from there is from that dot down towards the spar, I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and carefully, with a very sharp tip, poke it through in a triangular shape. I'm not going to go all the way down to the spar. I'm just going to go down far enough to where I think 2 wires would fit through. And then I'm going to come across the bottom with my knife and cut the triangle out. So let's give this a shot. Like I said, I've already done 2, but let's go ahead and do this one. So basically from the dot, we're going to hold the rib real tight, or not real tight, but secure, and we're just going to press the X-Acto knife in slowly, keeping the rib from flexing. And if you do it nice and slow with even tension, it'll push through without blowing out the back. And then once you're through, you can start to come down towards the spar. And you want to be cutting here or slicing, not crushing. So take your time. So that's one part of the triangle. Now I'm going to go to the other side and towards the front of the spar and do the same thing. And like I said, I'm only trying to open a hole up really for 2 of the wires is all I really care about. And as long as the hole is big enough for that, I'm good to go. And that way I haven't weakened the rib any. And in some cases it'll just start to crush a little bit, and that's okay. So now it's just a matter of cut the bottom shape. Once you cut the bottom out, and we have a nice little hole. We haven't hurt the rib, and we should be able to take our wire at this point. Take 2. We only made room enough for 2. Push those through. And you see how tight that is. And then as far as the 3rd one, you can just bend it under, and as it comes through the bend, it'll go through as well. And it's a tight fit. And there you go. Now the other thing I'm going to do is, in between each rib on the spars, I'm going to either take a piece of tape or some hot glue or something. I'm not sure if I'm going to use if I'm going to do this with a servo or if I'm going to do this with the extension. But I'm going to glue this or tape this to the spar. That way when I flip this over from the top view, you're not going to see that wire at all. Okay guys, onward and upward.